And it is women that it affects, not necessarily men. I can swear on my life, and I'll still be much alive, that 99% of marriages currently in this present day and age, including that one that your mother and father is trying to defend them, that they're happy marriages, are not happy marriages. They are not happy in that marriages. It requires the man and the woman to continue to tolerate themselves for the marriage to stand, because marriage is not a natural thing. If something is natural, you don't have to force it to stand. When you look at plants, female plants don't go about looking for a particular male plant to stay with and marry to give birth or to start producing fruits. When you look at animals, female animals, they don't necessarily, or maybe the male animals don't necessarily go and start looking for a particular female animal to attach him or herself to start procreating. They don't do like that. The same thing goes to human beings. Humans don't necessarily need to attach themselves to one man or maybe one woman. You know, be invention and they make. There was a time men buy as many women as you are buying and selling. That's why as a woman, once a man pays your bride price, you have to take his last name. You have to stay submissive, because you are now like the man's property. If you are a wife, you are your husband's property. Do you understand? You now have to be doing everything for him, cooking for him, washing his clothes. When I come out and say I don't want to do this and that, somebody will come and tell me that I'm lazy, I'm this and that, because I refuse to, be your slave. Yeah, you know about what slaves do. Not a wife is supposed to be a partner. If I should start talking about or maybe start supporting marriage, but I will not support it because it is not a natural thing. Some of you still don't get it. This is even how it's done naturally. If a guy gets me pregnant and I give birth, I, the mother, is the one that will be taking care of my child. That's why when you look at animals, naturally it is the mother that is taking care of that child. Then after I will continue to take care of my child until that my child reaches an age where he or she can now fend for him or herself. Then I will leave the child. The child is now an individual on his or her own. Do you understand? Not necessarily attaching myself to a particular man. If I decide to get pregnant for another man again, I can decide to do that. That's how procreation continues. That's how peace continues. Don't all this, my man is cheating, my woman is, because what people are doing is not even natural. It's a way you have to force it to stand. You need for nurturing. Very soon now, marriage will stop. Many people will stop getting married. Many people will stop getting, I'm telling you, because marriage is no longer working. There are so many high rates of divorce. And let me tell you how divorce started too. When you talk about divorce is simply a law that men themselves created for women that are no longer interested in the men that married them. Because women were seriously poisoning their husbands because their husbands were not treating them well. And due to that poisoning, there was high rates in the death of the male gender. So there was a time divorce did not exist. There was a time divorcing was illegal. Some of you still don't get it.